Hello, everyone. My guest today is Alon Maltsov. He's an experienced global product manager with a demonstrated history of working in the financial services industry. Today, he's building his tool called Adjustico. We're going to jump into that today. Alon, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Tell us about the company. What do you guys do and how do you make money?
I'd live insights on your competitors' marketing strategies. As everyone knows, marketing become extremely personalized, meaning that every one of us will be exposed to different marketing campaign according to our interest, demographic, and so on. This creates a big issues for companies to basically monitor their competitors because, for example, I could never be exposed to a campaign that is targeted to a 13 years old girl from, let's say, New York. If you put yourself in the shoes of a company, as marketing become more personalized, it's almost impossible to deny your competitors. And this is what we do. Basically, we take your company name, we find all of your competitors, uncover all of their marketing material by simulating real users from different geolocation, device, and different user segment, and we basically provide you the data. So if one of your competitors approach a new customer segment, if he made some changes in his pricing plans, about any new landing page and so on, Adjustico will make sure that you know your competitors everywhere.
And Alon, what's tougher, the work you did in the Israeli Air Force or launching Adjustico?
Launching Adjustico for
sure. Tell us just a little bit so we can get more inside your brain. What did you do at the Israeli Air Force?
So in the Israeli Air Force, I worked in a special unit that basically fixed head missiles. In every missile, there's like the engineering part. So we used to fix that for the army. It's a bit classified, but at the end of the day, I submitted, six proposal offerings, and 4 of them got approved. Right after my army service, I joined MyCheck, which is a mobile payment app. I was the 7th employee, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you get equity?
I did.
Good.
A bit. Where I started as a trainer, as an account manager in the Israeli market, and then I got promoted and established the UK market with one of my manager. So I moved to London and back and forth to Israel. After the second round, my CEO and manager moved each of them, one to New York and the other to London, and I had to stay in Israel. So I decided to start my degree.
Why did you have to stay?
I had 3 offers, basically, either to move to New York as a new position, stay in Israel and work as a global product manager, or move to London as a COO. I decided to stay in Israel and start my degree during that time. So I moved to the product department, worked under the VP of product, and started working on product for not just the UK market, but for everyone.
And what were you studying?
I studied business in the international school at IDC, where there are around 80 people around all over the world. So I have friends from London, UK, US, Brazil, Singapore, and so on. So it was a great experience. And in my last year, I joined the Zell Entrepreneurship Program, which is one of the best programs here in Israel for young entrepreneurs, where at the last year of the studies, they basically chosen 24 out of 2,000 that can apply, and they divided them to teams and starting working on the venture. Basically, think about it as an X-Men class where you have all the best students here at IDC, and most of them has a lot of experience working on different ventures. And we're creating our own teams. We're working on ventures. This is where I met my co-founder, Or Nouri. He's a programmer from the IDF, has a lot of experience, worked on different ventures in marketing. We started to work on different ideas. It's a bit weird because it's the other way around from the industry, where you have the team, but now you need to come up with an idea. So we had a few iteration, and we started our idea with a different approach. We understood that marketers today, when they are performing their A/B test, they are basically choosing randomly if the call to action will be purple or red, for example. They basically creating 2 landing pages with 2 buttons, divide the traffic, and see if what works best. We said, okay, let's automate this process. So we went to few potential customers and sold that product. They told us that design could be interesting. It won't change the conversion that much. Contact will, and for us, it's a bit harder to do so. But in every meeting, they kept bringing that. If you have data on my competitors, I'm willing to pay now. Well, as a young entrepreneur with no money, we decided to start with that.
Was your bank literally at zero?
We are without salary for, I think, 12 months at this moment.
But did you save up a cushion from my check?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you did it the smart way.
Yeah, I had to do that. And now we are, in the last few that we're raising money.
Good. Okay, so how much are you raising right now?
So right now we're raising $2 million. Just a bit background about the company. We started working on this venture.
Hold on. Close that out though, Alon, real quick. So you're raising $2 million. Are you going to do it on a note or are you going to sell equity?
We're going to sell equity.
Okay, so it's going to be a straight equity deal. And I know you're still probably negotiating, but ideally, what valuation would you like to raise at?
So we are willing to give it around 20 to 30%, meaning the valuation is around $7 to $8 million.
Pre-money.
And yeah.
Okay, very good. So let's get more of your backstory now. Let me first, I want to understand the purchasing behavior of some of these first customers. So today on average, what are customers paying for the tool?
So we started with just a few design partners. So right now we have 10 and 57 in the pipeline. We decided not to add them because we just don't have enough manpower to help them. We're spending a day every week just to supply the weekly report that we are generating. They are paying a monthly fee that ranges from $3,000 to $1,000. Actually, the last customer that we signed is paying $1,000 for our alpha version.
Okay.
We believe that in the future it will range between $1,000 to $5,000, even $10,000 monthly, and it's pretty much depends on the number of competitors, the number of geolocations that you like us to monitor, and the number of pages. Again, everything is benchmarked according to the industry. SimilarWeb, for example, starts with $1,000 monthly, but you can only pay annually. So it's $12,000 annually.
And what are you at now today in terms of total customers that are working with you?
So we have 10 working with us as design partners and 57 that are pending, meaning that they are asking for the product we cannot supply.
Why do you call them, why do you say 10, why do you use the word design partners instead of just 10, there's 10 customers?
Right. So we are looking at them as more as design partners and not just customers, because at the end of the day, think about that all of our backend is fully developed. Now we're working on our front end. And from our experience, we don't know exactly what each company wants to see. So we're aggregating all the data and understanding with them what they would like to see, meaning that we have bi-weekly meeting with them. We're learning from their experience and their use of the product, how to design and better prepare our next version.
So 10 customers, you said on minimum, they're paying $1,000 per month. So what, you guys are doing about $10,000 per month right now. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, good. So $10,000 per month or $120,000 per year. When you're going out to raise and you're trying to fight for a $7 million valuation, what are those conversations? How are they going so far?
At the beginning, it's the value. We're not talking about valuation. At the end of the day, when you're raising seed, it's raising up for basically the trusting the team. We're coming with a lot of experience.
That's a big seed, though. 2 million seed, I would say, is that's a pretty big one.
Right. So we decide to wait until we have 10 customers, design partners, and we have some on the pipeline, meaning that people want our product and we cannot deliver it. This creates a bit of pressure. Part of our background and so on, we build a presentation, we build an amazing budget that is detailed to what we want to do, what we want to achieve. What
would you spend the money on?
So at the beginning, it's 3 developers that we're bringing. It's drilled to, we know who they are, meaning they're just waiting for the money to join our team. This is how we're preparing.
And how many people are on the team right now?
Just 2 of us.
2 of you. Okay, good. And you just launched. 2018 was launch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So 2 people. 2 people. Yeah. If you raise $2 million, you bring on 3 developers. Anyone else you'd hire?
Yeah. So the first 6 months, we're going to hire 3 developers. Then we're going to hire a small sales and marketing team that won't be based in Israel. They will be based in the US. Another developer and another QA. Then we are preparing for the launch of the product. So we'll hire another CMO that will join our team. And before launching the products, he will have a budget for the marketing. And this is how we're thinking about that.
Who's doing the sales right now? You?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And are you, is it too, I'm curious, of these people that have started paying you, has anyone started paying you and stopped paying you?
So currently, no.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the way that it's work is it's either we're approaching a company or they're approaching us. We're doing it through LinkedIn, cold email. We're sending them the demo or showing them something, asking for the company name. We're getting back to them with all the competitors that we found. They can obviously change it or add new competitors they would like us to monitor. And then we're monitoring them for a week. We're sending them a weekly report with all the insight that we spotted. I can tell you that some of the insight that we spotted is one of the competitors launching a discount, a promotion for 48 hours, where if they won't be on that website, they would never be exposed to that discount or react to that. So we can provide them that in the real time.
And when do you go from like, hey, I'm a stranger, my name's Alon from LinkedIn, and I looked up 10 of your competitors, here's what they're doing over the next month. They reply and say, oh, this is interesting. At what point do you say, okay, start paying me $1,000 per month?
So that happens after the first weekly email, meaning we're giving them something that they can see. Basically, we have insights. We could see.
But what's the ask? I'm trying to figure out how you phrase that in a LinkedIn email. Like, what do you say? It's actually read to me like what you would say to ask for the sale.
Okay, so when we're selling it, it's through a phone call, not a LinkedIn email.
How do you get their phone?
We're talking to them through emails. We're sending them we're starting through LinkedIn, going to emails, then creating a phone call just to get feedback from them. And then to be honest, it's pretty easy sell. At the end of the day, if we're approaching CMOs, and as a CMO, you prefer to know that one of your competitors is targeting a new customer segment that you haven't noticed yet, and go and tell that to your CEO, and not the other way around.
Yep.
Where your CEO is telling you that. For them, the amount at this point is irrelevant. It's part of the marketing spend. They're spending billions of dollars every month for another $1,000 just to cover their asset at the end of the day. It's pretty easy. Okay. And the insight that they get is something that they either need to monitor those competitors manually or build a team that does it for them.
Who's your biggest competitor in the space? Who's having the most success here right now?
So we're dividing them to a few. Obviously, they have the similar webs, those monsters that are focused on traffic and keywords. We are not thinking of them as competitors at this moment, but once the product will be fully ready in 2 years from now, we'll be able to tell you the customer segment. They might be our competitors. Our small competitors are platforms such as Brand Total. It's also an Israeli company. They also focus mainly on social media, on Facebook, on the ads. We are looking inside of the funnels, showing you what happens beneath the ads, landing pages, and so on. And another two competitors are companies such as Crayon, based on the Silicon Valley, and Compite, another company that just finished the 500 companies. Both of them are doing similar things, doing pretty well. Compite has around 50 customers, I believe, at this moment, and Crayon made a few pivot and raised more than $10 million. So both of them are basically we're monitoring every day.
Very good. Let's wrap up here, Alon, with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Wow. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not reading many business books.
That's okay. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Yeah. I'm keep looking at the Amazon CEO every day.
Jeff Bezos. Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business?
Online tool to build my business again?
Yeah. What's your favorite online tool for building your business?
I'm coming from the product perspective, so I'm using InVision. That's always helping me to show my product in fast and easy way.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Around 3, 4.
You get by on 3.5 hours of sleep?
I'm trying. The weekends are a bit tougher, but yeah, I'm trying.
Why would you try to get by on 3 to 4 hours of sleep, but it's not healthy?
When you're working with the U.S. market and you're based in Israel, you don't have a choice.
But can't you sleep while we're sleeping? So maybe you just change your sleep pattern to when we're sleeping.
And then you wake up to the Israeli market, and then you have to start with that.
I see. But that's not sustainable. I mean, you must have nights when you're getting 10 hours or you're playing catch up.
My average is 6. Usually I sleep a little bit less.
Okay, yeah, that was my question. Your average is 6, not 3 to 4. And what's your situation? Married, single? Do you have kids?
Not married. Have a girlfriend. Probably gonna marry her.
Oh, good. No kids yet?
Not kids yet.
All right. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
To just enjoy life.
Guys,
hopefully he'll, yeah.
No, enjoy life from Alon. Again, did a lot of work at the Israeli Air Force, then had a great product management role at a fintech company called MyCheck. Decided, you know what, I'm going to leave this, join a really, really well-known school there in Israel, found his co-partner. They went through a few ideas, eventually landed on Adjustico, an easy way for you to manage what your competitors are doing, not just like keywords or things like that or Facebook ads, but deeper analytics, like what new markets they're targeting. CMOs are jumping on, paying anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 per month for the tool. They're currently doing about $10,000 per month across 10 customers. They're bootstrapped, currently raising $2 million. Ideally, I call it a $7 or $8 million pre-money valuation. Alon, thank you so much for taking us to the top.
Thank you.